So this is what my face looks like with no product on. So now we're going to start with my foundation routine. So I'm just basically going to be covering up any blemishes, even though I really don't have that many. But I'm going to be evening out my skin tone, so that's the most important thing. So what we're going to start with, my favorite primer at the moment, which is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Primer. So I'm just taking a generous amount and applying it to my face. I used to worry a lot about my T-zone, but now I feel like my skin, is all combination all over. Yeah. So, my T-zone, I feel like it doesn't get as oily as it used to. So next, I color correct my face. Right now, I'm using the MAC NW45 Studio Finish Concealer. Yes, I'm just going to apply it around my mouth because I feel like around my mouth is where it's really discolored and I don't like that. So I'm just going to apply it around my mouth. The sad part about this is that it covers my beauty marks and I really like them all of a sudden, which is sad, but it's alright. We're just going to keep going. And then I'm just covering anywhere else where there's a dark mark on my face because we don't want those showing. That's my biggest pet peeve. When people, they're doing their makeup but they don't color correct, so you can see every single dark mark under their foundation. That's not cute. So now I'm just going to blend it all out. You see, I already look better. A little. So now, usually I do my eyebrows in the middle of this, but eyebrows is a whole separate tutorial because eyebrows are just hard. In my eyes, eyebrows are very hard. So we're just gonna move right onto the foundation right now. Right now, I use an array of different foundations, but I really like the L'Oreal True Match foundation. I feel like it's full coverage. Other people might not agree with me, but I feel like it's full coverage. And I feel like it's easy to blend, it doesn't dry really fast. It's just an easy foundation. And then to blend out my foundation, I use a brush, which not a lot of people do. Usually people use a beauty blender, but I really like a lot of coverage, and I feel like a brush gives you more coverage than a beauty blender. So I'm gonna use a brush. And you gotta get your neck because, at least with me, as you can see, my face is darker than my neck. But my hand is darker than my neck. And then the rest of my body is darker than my neck as well. So I don't really match my foundation to my neck because my neck doesn't even match the rest of my body. Okay, now that I look real basic, you know that this is how some people be walking out of the house. Just like this. No eyebrows, just foundation. So next up we have concealer. My favorite concealer ever is the LA Girl Pro Concealer. It's just really good. And it's very full coverage, and I just put it all under my... And then I'm going to catch the bridge of my nose. And then my forehead. Oh, that looks weird. And my upper lip, and I also go around my mouth in parentheses because when I don't do that, oftentimes my contour comes in so far and it makes me look disgusting. So I do the little parentheses to keep it away from my mouth. My chin, and then sometimes if I'm feeling really extra, if I'm going somewhere where there's gonna be a lot of pictures, something I'll like go a little bit over here. Okay. Okay. And obviously I'm just gonna blend this all out because I'm not gonna be walking out the house looking like this, because that'd be weird. And I like to start from the chin upward. Well, not really from the chin upwards, but I like to go from here to here to here to here. And then I do this last because I need to get the powder on there really quickly because I be creasing a lot. Just blend, 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 blend. I just like to go back in and just blend it out. So before I even blend out my under eyes, I'm going to open up my Airspun loose figure because I need, like, it has to go on like right after I'm done blending everything out, or else it'll look not good. I almost look like a drag queen. And then we are gonna grab the powder and then just set under the eyes because we don't do creasing. Next, I like to contour my face. So right now, what I've been using is the e.l.f. Prime and Stay Finishing Powder. I just think this is a really good color for my skin tone, like as contour. I'm also gonna go in with this contour palette. Like the darkest shade is just, it speaks to my life and it does me wonders. So I use it. So yeah, and I do leave the powder on because I still want it to set and bake and everything. So we're just gonna go in. You don't really need to make a fishy face, like, well, depending on what your face looks like. For me, like, I can pretty much see where I need to place my contour without making any crazy faces. But the crazy face adds an effect. Then we're going to go in with the darker shade in the most important areas. So, like, I don't put the darker shade around my nose because it gets too dark, like, and it makes my nose look almost like really muddy and like, yeah. Ooh. So now that my face has had a chance to set, like under my eyes, around here, I'm gonna wipe everything away, but I'm not gonna wipe everything away just with like a brush. I'm actually going to use a face powder, and the face powder that I like to use is from Black Radiance. It is in Creme Beige. Oof, my gosh. And I'm avoiding under my eyes because that's like the last thing I'm going to touch, because I really want it to be like high def under my eyes. Now I'm going to take this brush, and this is what I'm going to use under my eyes, but I'm not going to use it regularly. I'm going to dip into a little powder and then pat some on my hand and go under my eyes and just wipe away the excess. And that just looks really clean. Makes it look like that is naturally a lighter part of my face, because that's how the light hits it. And that's what we want. I'll do the same thing on the other side. Okay, I'm back. Next, I'm going to be applying some blush. This is the e.l.f. Bright Pink Blush. There's nothing really like crazy about it. It's just blush. I also apply it to like my nose and like the rest of my face. I feel like that way it looks a little more natural. You know what I mean? Because like when you blush, I don't blush. And if I do blush, you can't see it. But anyways, when you blush, like your whole face blushes. It's not just your cheeks, you know what I'm saying? It's like your whole face. So I feel like when you put it like in other areas of your face, it looks more natural. Using, it's a new baby to my collection. It's the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. I'm not going to spray a lot of this because I used this the other day and I sprayed so much and it was like I just dipped my face in like a bucket of water. It was like so much. Then I'm going to apply some highlighter. Now, I have like two of my favorite highlighters, which is the Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter. And then the Fenty Beauty Killawatt highlighter. This kind of brush. I honestly got this as a gift. I'm just gonna that on my nose, and then we're gonna blend it out so it doesn't look crazy, and then boom. Hey. So I hope you guys liked this foundation tutorial. Yes, hope you guys enjoyed it, and stay tuned for my next tutorial.